Hello, dear seniors. Maybe your steps don't feel as steady as they used to. You notice your feet shuffle a little when you move across the room, or your knees ache after a short walk. Sometimes it feels like your balance just isn't what it once was, even though you haven't changed much else. Doctors often say that small changes in the way you walk can quietly affect your confidence, strength, and even your independence. What many people don't realize is that it's not always age causing the problem. What if the way you re-walking not your age is what is truly making your body feel older? So here are 3 everyday mistakes you should avoid. Mistake number 1 is about shuffling or dragging your feet. Shuffling or dragging your feet while walking is one of the most common gait mistakes people develop after 60. And it's often a quiet signal that the body is beginning to lose strength, coordination, or balance confidence. Doctors frequently note that this change doesn't happen overnight. It can start with something simple: tight hips, weaker ankles, or decreased flexibility in the calves. As muscles lose tone and joints stiffen, each step requires more effort, so the body naturally shortens the stride. Over time, lifting the feet less becomes a habit rather than a conscious movement, and that habit can have serious consequences for mobility and safety. Many geriatric specialists explain that when someone shuffles, the body's natural walking rhythm is disrupted. Instead of using the full motion from heel to toe, the feet stay closer to the floor, reducing both power and stability. This smaller range of motion weakens the very muscles needed to walk: wealthy calves, quadriceps, and gluteal muscles. Once those muscles begin to weaken, each step provides less support, which can create a downward cycle of slower, stiffer, and less confident walking. The feet may start to drag even more, and the person may feel as though balance is constantly at risk. Medical research consistently links shuffling with a higher risk of falls, especially among older adults. Falls are not just about accidents. They often begin with small habits that reduce the body's natural ability to react quickly. When the feet drag or shuffle, there's less clearance from the floor, making it much easier to trip on carpets, uneven tiles, or outdoor cracks. Some doctors describe this as losing the margin of safety, meaning the body no longer has enough space or time to correct itself during a misstep. A small stumble that once might have been caught easily can now turn into a dangerous fall. Beyond balance, shuffling affects how the entire lower body functions. Studies show that when steps become shorter and slower, circulation through the legs also decreases. This can lead to swelling, stiffness, and slower healing in muscles and joints. The body depends on full rhythmic leg movements to keep blood and lymph fluids moving efficiently. When that motion is reduced, everything from joint flexibility to overall energy can decline. Over months or years, this limited movement contributes to muscle loss and fatigue, making walking even harder. It becomes a cycle that quietly steals mobility and independence. Doctors also point out that shuffling often comes with postural changes. People who drag their feet tend to lean forward or let their shoulders round, which throws off balance even more. The body compensates by tightening the back and hip muscles, increasing the strain on joints that are already aging. As the center of gravity shifts forward, steps become even shorter and less controlled. Over time, this posture can add discomfort in the lower back, hips, and knees, further discouraging active movement. Breaking the habit of shuffling requires both awareness and simple, consistent effort. Physical therapists often recommend starting with something called intentional walking. This means focusing on lifting the feet deliberately with each step rather than letting them slide forward. A small change, just an inch or two more clearance, can make a large difference in confidence and safety. Many specialists suggest visualizing a smooth heel-to-toe motion, placing the heel down first, rolling through the middle of the foot, and pushing off gently with the toes. This reactivates the natural walking pattern that keeps joints flexible and muscles engaged. Ankle mobility exercises are especially valuable for people who struggle to lift their feet. When the ankles become stiff, the body compensates by moving less from the hips, causing a flat, dragging gait. Gentle ankle circles, calf raises, or even seated stretches can restore some of that motion. Doctors often advise spending just a few minutes a day on these movements. Over time, they help reawaken the muscles that lift and stabilize the foot. The goal isn't to walk faster, it's to walk more purposefully and with better control. Another helpful approach is the awareness walk, a short daily walk done slowly and mindfully. Instead of counting steps or distance, focus on how each foot lands and lifts. Notice if one leg feels weaker or tighter and adjust the stride evenly. This builds muscle memory and retrains the nervous system to move with confidence. Many rehabilitation experts say that even 5 to 10 minutes of focused walking each day can improve gait patterns significantly within a few weeks. Supportive shoes also play an important role in correcting a shuffle. Shoes with firm heels, flexible soles, and a snug fit help stabilize the foot during the lifting motion. Loose or overly soft shoes can make dragging worse by reducing feedback from the... Now, mistake number 2. Leaning forward or looking down while walking. Leaning forward or looking down while walking is one of the most common and overlooked gait mistakes in older adults. Many people begin to do it unconsciously, often as a way to feel safer or to see the ground more clearly. However, doctors warn that this posture, meant to protect you from falling, can actually make you more likely to lose balance and strain your body over time. When your head and shoulders tip forward, the weight of your upper body shifts ahead of your center of gravity. This throws off natural alignment, forcing your hips, knees, and ankles to work harder just to keep you upright. Over time, that constant effort increases fatigue, stiffness, and the risk of a serious fall. Geriatric specialists explain that a forward-leaning gait often starts with a weak core or reduced spinal flexibility. As the muscles that support the abdomen and lower back lose tone, the body naturally compensates by bending slightly forward. This creates the illusion of stability because you feel closer to the ground, but the effect is deceptive. Instead of improving safety, it reduces your ability to react quickly if you trip or slip. The forward posture also limits how your arms and legs move together, disrupting the natural rhythm that keeps walking smooth and balanced. Some doctors describe this as walking behind your balance line. The body's center of gravity shifts too far forward, leaving little room for the legs to swing naturally under the torso. Each step becomes shorter and less efficient, forcing muscles to tense rather than move fluidly. Over time, this tension builds up in the lower back, hips, and neck. The result is often a cycle of fatigue and discomfort, one that slowly trains the body into staying bent, even when standing still. Patients who walk like this often report feeling more tired after short walks and less confident on uneven ground. Vision problems can also play a major role in this posture. Many older adults begin to look down constantly to watch their feet or spot potential hazards on the floor. While this seems sensible, it limits the body's ability to maintain balance through spatial awareness. When the eyes stay focused downward, the inner ear and nervous system receive fewer cues about the environment ahead. Some balance experts note that looking down reduces the brain's ability to anticipate motion, which increases hesitation and instability. Over time, the neck muscles adapt to this position, tightening and pulling the head even farther forward, worsening posture and balance together. Fear of falling can quietly reinforce this habit. After one close call or minor stumble, people often begin to walk cautiously, bending slightly forward as a subconscious form of protection. Doctors who specialize in fall prevention emphasize that this fear-based posture creates the very risk people are trying to avoid. When your body leans forward, your weight no longer aligns over your feet, making it easier to tip or lose footing. The more you lean, the less control you have if you suddenly need to step or turn quickly. Confidence gradually declines, and the habit deepens. To correct this, physical therapists and mobility coaches often start with simple posture awareness. The goal isn't to walk stiffly upright, but to find a balanced alignment where your chest feels open and your eyes naturally look ahead. A helpful cue is to imagine a string gently lifting the crown of your head, toward the ceiling while keeping your chin level. This small mental image encourages an upright spine without straining. Some therapists advise practicing in front of a mirror to feel how your weight shifts when you stand tall compared to when you lean forward. The difference in stability is often immediate. Engaging the core muscles is another critical now mistake number 3. Walking too fast or without body awareness. Walking too fast or without body awareness may seem harmless, but doctors often warn that it's one of the most overlooked gait mistakes among older adults. The body naturally slows down with age for good reason. Muscles, joints, and balance systems all require more coordination to move safely. When someone tries to walk at the same quick pace they did years earlier, or rushes without noticing their posture or stride, it can throw the body's natural mechanics off balance. Each hurried step increases the chance of uneven foot placement, poor joint alignment, and unnecessary strain on the hips and knees. Geriatric specialists frequently point out that speed without awareness is not a sign of fitness, but a risk factor for imbalance and fatigue. Research on gait patterns in older adults shows that faster, uneven steps often reduce stability rather than improve it. When the mind rushes ahead of the body, small details like foot angle, stride length, and heel placement become inconsistent. This inconsistency forces stabilizing muscles in the ankles, thighs, and lower back to overwork in order to keep the body upright. Over time, this creates wear on the joints and increases the risk of tripping or twisting an ankle, especially on uneven surfaces. Doctors explain that even a minor misstep can cause a fall when reflexes are slower and coordination less precise. In short, walking too fast can make your body work harder while feeling less steady. Many physical therapists emphasize that fast walking without awareness also affects breathing patterns. When pace increases, breathing often becomes shallow or irregular, limiting the amount of oxygen muscles receive. This can cause early fatigue and even dizziness, especially in people who already have lower lung capacity or mild balance issues. Some rehabilitation experts compare it to moving without rhythm. The body's internal timing becomes disconnected from its movement. Proper walking should feel rhythmic and calm, with each step in harmony with the breath. When breathing and movement lose that connection, both endurance and balance suffer. Doctors who study fall prevention often note that walking quickly can also reduce sensory awareness. The eyes may focus too far ahead, and the brain may stop processing small changes in ground texture or slope. This lack of attention increases the risk of missing a small step or obstacle. Many older adults who experience near falls describe them as happening out of nowhere. But in most cases, they occur because the person's attention was several steps ahead of their body. Restoring awareness during walking helps prevent this. The safest walk is not necessarily the fastest hit. It's the one that allows your body to stay in constant communication with the ground beneath you. To counter this habit, doctors and movement therapists often recommend a slower, more mindful walking practice. The idea is not to turn walking into a slow exercise, but to retrain the body's sense of control and rhythm. Some therapists teach patients to walk with your body, not ahead of it. This means letting your movements flow naturally, with the eyes looking forward but relaxed, the spine tall, and the arms swinging gently in coordination with the legs. Each step should begin at the heel, roll through the arch, and finish at the toes, allowing full use of the foot's muscles and joints. This method promotes even weight distribution and keeps pressure off the knees and hips. Mindful walking is also a way to strengthen stability and confidence. Studies have shown that when older adults consciously match their breathing with their steps, such as inhaling for 2 steps and exhaling for 2, they experience improved balance and reduced fatigue. Breathing rhythmically also helps maintain focus, reducing the tendency to rush or drag the feet. Many rehabilitation programs now include short awareness walks, where patients are guided to feel how each step connects through the legs, hips, and spine. After several weeks, participants often report fewer aches, steadier balance, and greater relaxation after walking. Posture plays an important role as well. When someone walks too fast, the upper body tends to lean forward, which can shift weight unevenly and increase knee strain. Some doctors advise visualizing a line from the top of the head through the spine and down to the feet, keeping that line vertical as you move. This simple awareness helps maintain proper alignment and reduces tension in the lower back. If walking outdoors, it's better to slow down slightly, keep the shoulders relaxed, and allow the breath to guide the pace. A slower stride doesn't mean weakness. It means control and safety. Ultimately, walking should be more than a task. It can be a calming and healing daily ritual. Slowing the pace and becoming aware of the body's movement helps improve coordination, reduce stiffness, and restore confidence. Doctors frequently remind patients that mindful walking isn't about covering distance, but about maintaining independence and vitality. When you walk with awareness, feeling each step, breathing with rhythm, and letting the body move as one unit to reduce joint stress, prevent imbalance, and turn every walk into gentle therapy. Moving at your body's pace, not ahead of it, allows you to walk safely, breathe deeply, and reconnect with the strength and steadiness that your body still holds. So, dear seniors, if you find this kind of clear, caring health advice helpful, consider subscribing for more videos that help you stay mobile, strong, and confident after 50. Share in the comments what walking feels like for you. Every story helps others learn too. We're learning together, step by step, to move better.